Another pickup video. The small white parcel came from a fan of the channel. This actually came from fellow YouTubers thanks to Swap Shop. We'll get to that shortly, but welcome to PS2 Mini Games.
PS2 Mini Games.
Hello guys, welcome to PS2 Mini Games. More pickups this time. One from a fan of the channel, you know who you are, and one from fellow YouTuber One Up Retro Gaming, who was part of the Swap Shop from last month. Retro Chef Swap Shop, it's a monthly tradition on YouTube. Fellow gaming YouTubers come together and put items up that they wish to trade/sell. Anyone who's watching it or fellow YouTubers can get in touch and make the deals. I watch it once a month, and occasionally there'll be some PS2 stuff on there, and there was this time, so we put up 2 PS2 items from One Up Retro Gaming. One of them very, very rare. 3 figures upwards paid for it, let's put it that way. But on a personal note, how are things for the channel? They're alright, how can I put this? So, been doing this for 2 years plus now. Always have enjoyed it, but last month was the first month I have done for the channel where not so much like I'm not tired of it, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I used to, and mainly because most of the episodes I made that month were not great. Usually do better than I usually do better episodes than March's episodes. How can I put this? Dave's episodes, they're fantastic. Mine were a little bit not so much rushed, but I could do better. For some reason, it's only caught up to us now, the whole doing 2 episodes a week thing. It's starting to catch up to us. I don't know why that is, because usually we've been on top of it for months. But suddenly in the month of May, with real life issues and real life priorities, it's been hard to do 2 episodes a week. So what does that actually mean? Firstly, I'm still enjoying doing this, but I asked fellow YouTubers, what would you do for the short term? And they said just either take a week or 2 off or go on to 1 episode a week. And I know Dan's had that issue before where he's stepped it back a little bit and then gone back into it. But what's probably going to happen is, because this is coming out Easter Sunday, happy Easter by the way for all you watching. What's probably going to happen is either I'm going to take a week off from this to Easter, or there's only be 1 episode for the next month, just to basically get back in control of things. Getting too deep into it kind of thing, if you understand what I mean. I love doing YouTube, but sometimes real life comes first, and sometimes I tend to forget that, when YouTubers tend to forget that also. So I'm going to take a full week off, get my shit together, and get back to 2 episodes a week, or for the month of May I might do 1 episode a week. It depends how I feel. But I would rather stay with 2 episodes a week on a permanent basis, but I would rather give you better episodes, more which are edited far better than they have in the past. In my last 2 episodes I've edited, I've left in a couple of mistakes, and I watch it and it's you know, when I first started doing YouTube, I never took it that seriously. Now you take it all seriously. You start I could do better than this, I could do better than that. Just shows how far we've come on PS2 Mini Games. Considering that Dave used to do all the episodes in the first year, and I started doing editing myself, and now we share responsibilities, we've come quite far on the channel. Also, randomly in the last week or so, the Nottingham Game Market did quite well, but we've got quite a few new friends and subscribers to the channel. Welcome. Thank you for joining us for this foreseeable future and the goal of completing this set. It's going to get harder soon, trust me.
Why must life be so hard?
I've updated the board since last time. That is a 7, by the way. I have a new whiteboard. I have a new one. You will be seeing it in the next episode. It's bigger, it's better. It's just so much easier to read. But we're currently sitting at 1827, the 15 games picked up from the game market. So we are progressing faster than expected. But I got very lucky at that game market full of shovelware. And fellow collectors also said I got very lucky finding the Rugby League World Cup edition. Apparently I did. Apparently that's really hard to find, so lucky me. There is plans afoot to be part of something at the end of the month. I can't reveal it yet, so I will reveal it when I get the permission. But I've done it in the past, I've enjoyed it, and in the past I did it while drinking red wine, so it's a win-win. If anyone gets the idea, I don't drink very often, but when I do drink, it's red wine. And when I do drink, it's always at least half a bottle of red wine. It's like, that reminds me. I've done two, I mentioned Swap Shop. I've been a part of Swap Shop twice in the past. One normal episode, and I was part of the Christmas special, like, not last year, but the year before. There was like 9 of us. It was like Celebrity Squares. Anyway, at the start of it, I haven't watched it a long time, but I was drinking, and you can clearly visually see me in like the 2-hour period, just going through red wine left, right, and centre. And by the end of that episode, I was wankered to the point where I don't know if I did, but I actually sat there and I was like, I don't think I can get up. And it's like, just sit down or just wait until it ends and then move, because I was just like, it's weird when I'm drinking or drunk, I'm actually perfectly oh good lord, I can't even speak while saying it. The irony of this is staggering. I'm perfectly cognitus mentis, aka I know what I'm doing, I can speak quite eloquently, but my mobility is somewhat obvious that I'm absolutely pissed to choke. For all my Australian brethren who watch us. Hello, my fellow Aussies. G'day.
You call that a knife? This is a knife.
That's not a knife, that's a spoon.
All right, you win. I see you've played knifey spoony before.
Hey, give me one of those famous giant beers I heard so much about.
Something wrong, Yank?
No, it's pretty big, I guess.
I'll just have a cup of coffee.
Beer it is.
No, I said coffee.
Beer?
Cough-E.
B-ear?
C-O.
B-E?
I will always find any time to splice the Australian episode from The Simpsons. My favourite episode, just full with crackers left, right and centre. Those jokes are amazing. See, 2 people put 2 and 2 together. Today, when this gets released, will be the Easter Sunday. As of like today, obviously in the future, but not today, you know what I mean? I would have been at the Norwich Gaming Market, which is taking the part on Easter fucking Sunday. Hopefully I do well. On the same day, I'm picking up more games from my fellow YouTuber Gaming Rarities. So I'm already know I'm gonna get 5 games guaranteed. And they're import games, so they're really hard to find. So he's done me a solid once again. I hope to acquire more games while there. Also, friends from over the country are coming to this gaming market. I hope it's good, because this is the 3rd Norwich gaming market in this iteration or in its current project. The first one was kind of small. I missed the second one because I was working, but I told it was better. And this is the 3rd one, and apparently there's 4 more this year, including 1 in May. So they come back next month. So I hope it goes well. But I got very lucky in Nottingham, so I don't expect to get lucky this time, because at some point, once again, the numbers are going to get smaller. It's going to be harder to find certain games. That's happening. Also, there's other things I've been sent in packages. I wish to thank all of you who are sending me parcels randomly. It's happening more and often now. Like, people, fellow YouTubers are reaching out to me to help. Random people on like Instagram that's messaging me. I always message back. There's an offering stuff. Either I buy it or they send it for free. I'm getting parcels left, right, and centre, and I appreciate it immensely. But once again, I need to reiterate this: do not do it unless you really want to. Because I'm not guilt tripping anyone. I will find these games myself. I have to. But if you want to help, please help. I'll happily buy them. You know what I mean? But also, there's some people like, if I've missed you, I haven't got you on purpose. There's like 6 people messing me at the same time with games. It's hard to keep track of where they're coming from. It's fucking hard. Anyway, what we're going to do first, because this isn't going to be a massive episode once again. So we're going to open up the parcel from viewer of the channel Hat. That's what is. He's just called Hat. H-A-T Hat. Hat has come out of nowhere in the last 2 months, and I was speaking to him on Discord. Hat has literally gone from episode 1, the first episode we released 2 years ago. He's going through the whole playlist one by one. He is watching every episode we have released on the channel. He's a fucking madman. And he got through the first year. Terrible year. But he's now caught up. And Hat constantly sends me like Discord messages like, do you have this, do you have that? Which I appreciate immensely. And he's like a year behind, so you do have this. It's like, yeah, I got that now. So I appreciate your hat, but just remember, most of the time that you send me messages, either I'm gonna have it, or you haven't got to that point yet, because we didn't get to 1827 just by fluke. Bearing in mind when we first started this channel, I think the collection was at like 1 something. In 2 years, we collected like 700 games plus. It's pretty impressive when you think about it. We're going to open this parcel right now. If memory serves, this is a football club game. It's an English one, so yes, it is. It is exactly what I think it is. It's an English one, so and it's definitely one we need. And the disc is in good condition. Aston Villa club football. This is one of the rarer British versions, a bit like Leeds. Aston Villa obviously still quite a big club to this day. This is actually better than I thought it was going to be. I don't know. What I've learned with club football games is the quality of the disc always are terrible, because either they've been played by hardcore fans. I've never had one club football game yet that's been immaculate, let's put it that way. Actually, I tell you, like the German ones, Hamburg has definitely, that was pretty good. That was very good indeed. Actually, that raises an interesting question, because I keep looking at my list, and there's subsections I could put this. There's, for all the games we're missing, it's like it's about 400. There's still subsections, right? And put it in context, there's a lot of sections we're missing. For instance, I would like to do a poll right now. So for anyone who's watching this, if you wish to comment, I'm asking, these are genuine questions I would like an answer to, yes or no. Do you want me to collect every SingStar game? Because honestly, that would be fucking horrific. Because they're all the same games, just in different languages. And that just sounds ridiculous, because it's just the same game in different language. I really don't want to do that. If you say yes, I will attempt it, but why do I ask that question? Because if I don't do that, that's actually less games I got to find. That brings like the complete set down to that, because a lot of people who go for complete sets do not touch that, because they're so ridiculously hard to find, and no one wants to waste that much money on SingStar games they technically already own just for a different language. That's question one. Question two, the Buzz games. There's only one Buzz game I do not own in UK, and that is the Buzz Brain of the World. It's a very hard game to find, right? But I've learned from this list that there is like Brain of France, Brain of Germany, Brain of Slovakia, all the European countries. Do you want me to try and find every brain of every European country game? Because once again, that sounds horrific. Not as bad as SingStar. But I don't want to... You know what? I don't... If you say yes, I will do that. But I've never even thought about finding all the brain of each country, because once again, it's just the same game, but obviously questions for that country. So actually, that does sound kind of different. That might be something I might attempt to do. Anyway, yes or no for that one. You see, the club football games actually are different clubs, so I don't mind doing that because they're different. But the SingStar sounds fucking awful, and the Buzz sounds awful. Anyway, I keep mentioning this because if you stop, don't do that, that actually takes the number down for a full like set we're going for down significantly. So I would like honest opinions, please. Anyway, we're going to take a commercial break. For those who remember Aston Villa in these days, they were sponsored by Rover before they went bankrupt. Terrible cars, Rovers. I don't remember who was playing for Aston Villa in that year, but it could be anyone important. Not like everyone has to be important. See you on the other side of this commercial.
Nintendo.
It's for breakfast now.
Nintendo.
It's a cereal.
Wow. Nintendo.
Super Mario jumps
Nintendo.
in a fruit flavored crunch.
Nintendo.
Here's Zelda too.
Nintendo.
It's very good news.
Nintendo.
You just can't lose. Nintendo cereal system is a super part of this nutritious breakfast.
Nintendo.
2 cereals in 1. Wow.
And we are back. Right, let's actually get into the expensive parcel. So once again, this was sold to us by 1UP Retro Gaming. This was part of Swap Shop. Anyone who watched last month's March episode, you can roughly guess what's in here, because I did mention I wanted it on the actual stream itself. So you can put 2 and 2 together and you will shockingly get 4. Oh my god. You know, you know, people make jokes like 2 + 2 = 5 kind of thing, right? It's like, obviously they're psychopaths, obviously. I was explained this by someone a long time ago, and it's stuck in my memory. I don't know why. He explained as like psychopaths, right? Psychopaths think 2 + 2 = 5. That is insane, right? So they're psychotic. People who are neurotic, so people who are basically full of shit, know 2 + 2 = 4, but they hate the fact that it equals 4. They're just so neurotic, kind of thing. So there's a lot of neurotic people out there who know the truth, but they just can't accept the truth. If anyone's watching like political stuff happening at the moment, where the world's going to absolute financial pot, there's quite a neurotic person in America right now. Man. Anyway, let's get this parcel. I'm going to speed this up because it's going to be fucking ages. Prepare to fast forward.
That's much too early. Prepare to fast forward.
Preparing to fast forward.
Fast forward.
Fast forwarding, sir.
We're in. Well packaged, by the way. It's literally like very well packaged. So thank you, One Up Retro Gaming. Love this stuff. Oh, you don't have the power of styrofoam, motherfuckers. Oh my god. Anyway, so obviously I needed both these items for the collection. One of them are very expensive, one of them not expensive, but it is actually like a. You'll see what I mean when we open up in a second. There it is. Oh, it looks amazing. And there's the expensive one. Now, to put it in context, I got a deal on this. I paid less than both should be. How can I say? At CEX, I paid less than they should be worth combined. So he did me a deal on this. So the numbers on these games reflect what they should roughly be at CEX. I paid less for them combined, significantly less. So. Once again, thank you once again, One Up Retro Gaming. Gonna splice the shit out of your name all over this fucking episode. Right, the first one actually is something I mentioned I really want to finish off this year. It's a steelbook. It is Hitman Blood Money steelbook. First of all, it's not in perfect condition, but it's still in very good condition. It's very hard to get perfect condition for these. Always, you can tell a solid collecting when there's bubble wrap on the inside. Make sure the disc doesn't get scratched. Chef's kiss. Hitman games. Obviously, was it 10 years ago when I forgot, not Square, but Squaresoft, you know what I mean, took over Hitman, that kind of stuff. And the whole game, like every episode, got its own download. It's like took up 40 gigs of memory. Hitman is so much better than it actually is. Really is. Right, okay. He did say the disc wasn't in great condition, but the beauty of this, obviously, because it's a special edition, you can just buy a normal Hitman disc, get a better one, just put it in the steelbook, because the disc was never special. You understand what I mean? So as long as you got the actual steelbook itself, that's all you need. Because I've got a better version of Hitman for that, so that wasn't an issue. So what actually is special about the steelbook Hitman? Let's go through it, shall we? I'm assuming the extra stuff from the manual, but it's like the manual's like. See, we can investigate this. Bear me a second. Put it in context. Here's the normal version, right? So the manual's identical. So unless I'm mistaken, there's nothing actually like super special about this version apart from the tin. That's fine. I don't. But say some things come with special edition, some don't. But also on the back doesn't say anything special. I think it's just a tin. Still needed it though. So greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, Mr. One Up Retro Gaming. I hope I'm getting the name right. If not, I'm going to splice the fuck out of it yet again. But I'm pretty sure that's what YouTube name is. Oh, before I go any further, because last night I was just minding my business and I got a comment on the I think it was a comment on the Koei episode or the last episode. Anyway, I think it was the episode where I went through Japanese history of the Sengoku Judai period. And I got a random comment, and I think it's one of the best comments I ever got. And I had to double check it was actually not like a genuinely nice thing to say. But someone basically said, and I quote, and I will splice the shit out of this comment because I found it funny and I still find it an awesome comment to get. Something to the effect of, this man could look a game and know what year it comes from and what game it was. That kind of stuff. Basically, he was saying this man's knowledge is so ridiculously good So, and the quote was, "This is my kind of nerd." So I just double checked that, because sometimes people don't mean to come. Some people like troll you, but I just want to make sure. Anyway, he was being nice, and he said, "I suppose," and I can't do it justice. It's probably one of the funniest comments I ever got. I think the best one I ever got is that person trying to troll me and says I look like Pat Butcher from EastEnders. And I gotta be honest, I never watched EastEnders. I just looked at Pat Butcher, and all I can say is this: I couldn't look any more opposite from Pat Butcher if I tried. I was like, what the fuck's this guy on? But that was a long time ago. He tried to troll. I get the occasional troll comment, and they're always just so, they're either really stupid when they can't spell words correctly, or they're trying too hard. I always ignore them. But it's like, the Pat Butcher comment still confuses me to this day. To where the point where a fellow YouTuber, Tony Wisbit, just says, you always get the best comments on your channel. I was like, I don't mean to, it just happen, people. The second game was where the money was. At CEX, this would cost you, I believe, mint 150 quid. I got it significantly cheaper than that. As I said, combine these two, I got significantly cheaper than 150 quid, put it that way. I got a good deal from the man. But this is a hard game to find. I've never seen a physical copy of this yet until I saw it on Swap Shop, so I was like all in for this. Giga Wing Generations. This is rare as rockin' horse shit. Good lord. As I said, I've been doing this for some time, been collecting for like 8 years. I've never seen a copy of this yet. 505 is a great game, street game, by the way. Street game, or even. Once again, in amazing condition. Disc in awesome condition. The blue. So I can't really tell you, but yeah, it's amazing. So just like Homura. Oh, I forgot. Homura. I can't pronounce it. This is a 2D shooter. 2D shooters on the PS2 are always very fucking expensive. But I've got an affinity for 2D shooters. Always have. They're challenging. Not like Ikaruga challenging. Ikaruga is just fucking ridiculous. But it's like, just bullet hell. Bullet hell game, that's what I call. For those of you wondering why is Ikaruga so terrible, Ikaruga was a GameCube game. Very good game. But it was like a bullet hell. But the bullets would be color-coded. So there was 2 colors, I believe. I think it was white and red bullets. And the enemies would shoot them. If your ship was white, you would absorb the white bullets but get hit by the red. So you would change colour your ship. So you constantly had to change colour of your ship to absorb bullets, or because you couldn't. They were everywhere. You're gonna get hit by something. I've never had the privilege and honour to play Ikaruga because I never bought it on the GameCube and I knew about it after the game. It was all said and done. But it is a legendary hard game, and for anyone who's beating Ikaruga, well done. Look, it took me a long time to beat Super Ghouls and Ghosts, but ever since then I could beat it in my sleep. Still below my favourite SNES game, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Very hard, but still banging. But once again, thank you, Mr. 1UP Retro Gaming. This honestly was a very, very good thing to see on Swap Shop. Hopefully in Swap Shop in the future I'll see more amazing PS2 stuff, but I think it's the second time I've actually bought on Swap Shop some PS2 games. The first time I actually bought from Retro Chef himself, I believe it was 2 games, and they were, at that point, I think they were, I'm still here by the way, I think they were my 2 expensive games at that point, most expensive games at that point. Oh my god. Bear me a second, because I was spotting when I walked, oh god. Baroque was one of them. Baroque was definitely one of them I bought from him, and Echo Night Beyond, that was the other one. And at that point, Echo Night Beyond became my most expensive game I owned. That's been taken over by Rule of Rose, for saying that Rule of Rose is still still coming down in price. At this pace, to be honest, I think, because that reminds me, the first episode back after, if I just take a week off, the first episode back will be CX rarity prices. We ain't done that in a while time. And my friend on Instagram, who's given me such good knowledge on CX, has actually made me a list of every CX store that is actually owned by the company. So I now know every store that is owned by the company. So by that obviously process, I now also know every store that is a franchise. I had to go through that one episode because there isn't that many stores in the country owned by the company. So I think the vast majority are franchises. So we'll go for that in the future at some point. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Please comment and subscribe. I'm probably going to take a week off But I will say I've enjoyed doing this episode. It's one of the most fun episodes I've done in some time. It really is. But I think a week off, record stuff, get back in the flow would be quite beneficial. Even that I'll go back to down to one episode a week for a small period, just to get me back in the groove, because, as I say, March was not a fun time for me on the channel. I was basically doing too many stuff in my life. I need to balance real life with this. I won't stop doing this unless something horribly goes wrong. I still enjoy this. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Have a good day. Bye.